Imagine if a simple choice you made every day could protect your mind, sharpen your memory, and reduce your risk of dementia by nearly a third. What if the secret to a healthier, sharper brain wasn't hidden in a laboratory or a complicated prescription, but right on your plate? Today, I want to share with you the power of one remarkable food, something so accessible, so natural, that it can quietly transform your brain over time. We'll explore the science behind how it works, the nutrients that make it so protective, and practical ways to include it in your daily life. By the end of this talk, you won't just understand the research. You'll know exactly how to take action to nourish your brain, protect your memory, and embrace a lifestyle that supports long-term cognitive health. Stay with me, because what you learn today could change the way you think, eat, and live for years to come. Certain foods have a profound impact on brain health because they engage multiple biological pathways that protect neurons and preserve cognitive function. These foods are rich in compounds that reduce oxidative stress, a process in which free radicals damage cells and contribute to neurodegeneration. Antioxidants neutralize these free radicals, preventing cellular injury in the brain. In addition, polyphenol and omega-3 fatty acids enhance blood flow to the brain, ensuring that neurons receive the oxygen and nutrients they need to function optimally. Improved cerebral circulation supports synaptic plasticity, the brain's ability to form and strengthen connections between neurons, which is essential for learning and memory. Some of these compounds also interfere with the accumulation of beta-amyloid plaques and tau proteins, which are hallmark features of Alzheimer's disease and other forms of dementia. By reducing plaque buildup, the risk of neuronal death is minimized, preserving cognitive abilities over time. Beyond direct neuronal effects, these foods can influence the gut-brain axis, a communication network between the gastrointestinal system and the central nervous system. Certain nutrients support a healthy gut microbiome, which produces metabolites that regulate inflammation and neurotransmitter production in the brain. Chronic inflammation is a major driver of cognitive decline, and reducing it creates a neuroprotective environment. Collectively, these mechanisms illustrate how specific dietary choices can go beyond general wellness to target the cellular and molecular processes underlying dementia, making nutrition a powerful tool in maintaining long-term brain health. Key nutrients play a central role in protecting the brain and maintaining cognitive function throughout life. Antioxidants such as vitamin E, vitamin C, and flavonoids neutralize harmful free radicals that accumulate in the brain due to metabolism, environmental factors, and aging. This oxidative stress damages neuronal membranes and DNA, contributing to cognitive decline, and antioxidants help prevent this cellular injury. Polyphenol, naturally found in fruits, vegetables, and certain beverages like tea and coffee, not only act as antioxidants, but also improve cerebral blood flow, which ensures that neurons receive sufficient oxygen and nutrients for optimal function. Omega-3 fatty acids, particularly DHA, are essential structural components of neuronal membranes and are involved in synaptic signaling, enhancing communication between neurons. Adequate intake of B vitamins, including B6, B12, and folate, supports the metabolism of homocysteine, an amino acid linked to increased dementia risk when elevated, and also contributes to the synthesis of neurotransmitters critical for memory and mood regulation. Vitamin K, often found in leafy greens, participates in sphingolipid metabolism, which is important for myelin sheath formation, supporting efficient nerve conduction. Minerals such as magnesium and zinc modulate neurotransmitter release and protect against excitotoxicity, a process that damages neurons through excessive stimulation. Collectively, these nutrients work synergistically to reduce inflammation, protect neuronal structure, support neurotransmission, and enhance metabolic processes, creating an environment that preserves cognitive health. Consistent dietary intake of these compounds ensures that the brain is fortified against degenerative processes, highlighting the importance of targeted nutrition for long-term mental performance and resilience. Certain foods consistently emerge in research as particularly beneficial for brain health because they contain a concentrated mix of nutrients that work together to protect neurons and support cognitive function. Among these, berries such as blueberries, strawberries, and blackberries are widely studied due to their high content of flavonoids and anthocyanins. which have strong antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. These compounds reduce oxidative stress in the brain, improve blood flow, and enhance communication between neurons, supporting memory and learning processes. Leafy green vegetables like kale, spinach, and Swiss chard are rich in vitamin K, lutein, folate, and beta-carotene, which collectively contribute to maintaining neuronal structure and protecting against cognitive decline. Nuts, particularly walnuts and almonds, provide healthy fats, vitamin E, and polyphenol, which protect neuronal membranes and reduce inflammation. Fatty fish, including salmon, mackerel, and sardines, are abundant in omega-3 fatty acids, especially DHA, which is critical for synaptic plasticity and maintaining the integrity of neuronal membranes. Regular inclusion of these foods in the diet has been linked to measurable improvements in memory performance and a lower risk of developing dementia. What makes these foods particularly powerful is not just the presence of individual nutrients, but the way their components interact synergistically, amplifying neuroprotective effects. Consuming a variety of these brain-healthy foods ensures a broad spectrum of bioactive compounds, creating a nutritional environment that supports neurogenesis, reduces inflammation, prevents oxidative damage, and strengthens the connections between neurons, all of which are essential for long-term cognitive resilience and mental sharpness. Regular daily consumption of certain brain-healthy foods has a cumulative effect on cognitive function, highlighting the importance of consistency over occasional indulgence. These foods contain compounds such as antioxidants, polyphenol, and omega-3 fatty acids that work progressively to reduce oxidative stress, support neuronal health, and maintain synaptic function. When consumed daily, these nutrients help stabilize inflammatory processes in the brain, preventing the chronic low-grade inflammation that is closely linked to cognitive decline and dementia. Consistent intake also ensures a steady supply of essential fatty acids like DHA, which integrate into neuronal membranes to improve fluidity, enhance signal transmission, and protect neurons from degeneration. Even modest daily portions can influence brain function over time by improving cerebral blood flow, enhancing nutrient delivery, and supporting the formation of new synaptic connections critical for learning and memory. Habitual consumption also supports long-term regulation of homocysteine levels and other metabolic pathways associated with cognitive risk, further reducing the likelihood of neurodegenerative changes. Importantly, incorporating these foods into daily routines reinforces sustainable dietary habits rather than relying on sporadic consumption or supplements, which may not provide the same cumulative benefits. Studies suggest that populations with regular, long-term intake of these brain-supportive foods show measurable reductions in cognitive decline, slower memory loss, and a lower incidence of dementia. The protective effects build gradually, emphasizing that cognitive resilience is strengthened through continuous, everyday nutritional choices that nourish neurons, modulate inflammation, support vascular health, and create an environment where the brain can function optimally throughout life. Brain health is significantly influenced when protective foods are combined with a holistic lifestyle that includes physical activity, mental stimulation, sufficient sleep, and stress management, creating a synergy that amplifies cognitive benefits. Nutrient-rich foods alone provide essential compounds like antioxidants, polyphenol, and omega-3 fatty acids, which reduce oxidative stress, support neuronal membranes, and enhance synaptic plasticity, but their effectiveness is maximized when paired with other healthy habits. Regular physical activity increases blood flow to the brain, delivering oxygen and nutrients more efficiently while stimulating the production of neurotrophic factors that promote the growth and survival of neurons. Mental exercises such as puzzles, reading, and learning new skills encourage synaptic connectivity and strengthen neural networks, complementing the structural support provided by nutrient-dense foods. Adequate sleep is crucial for memory consolidation and the removal of metabolic waste, including beta-amyloid plaques from the brain, a process supported by compounds found in brain-healthy foods. Stress management techniques, including mindfulness, meditation, or deep breathing exercises, reduce cortisol levels, which can otherwise damage neurons over time and impair cognitive function. When these lifestyle factors are integrated with consistent consumption of brain-protective foods, the result is a multi-layered defense against cognitive decline, where each element reinforces the others. This approach not only addresses immediate brain function, but also provides long-term resilience, lowering the risk of dementia and age-related memory loss. By viewing nutrition as one component of a broader lifestyle strategy, individuals can create an environment that optimizes neuronal health, maintains cognitive performance, and supports overall brain vitality throughout life. Brain health is influenced not only by individual dietary choices, but also by the broader context of lifestyle, and combining nutrient-rich foods with habits such as physical activity, mental stimulation, adequate sleep, and stress management creates a synergistic effect that enhances cognitive resilience. Regular exercise increases blood flow to the brain, delivering oxygen and nutrients more efficiently, while stimulating the production of neurotrophic factors that promote neuronal growth and survival. Physical activity also improves cardiovascular health, which is closely linked to cognitive function because healthy blood vessels ensure consistent nutrient delivery and waste removal in the brain. Mental engagement, including learning new skills, solving puzzles, or practicing memory exercises, strengthens neural networks and promotes synaptic plasticity, complementing the protective effects of nutrients that maintain neuronal structure. Adequate sleep is critical for memory consolidation and the clearance of neurotoxic waste products such as beta-amyloid, while insufficient sleep can accelerate cognitive decline even in individuals with otherwise healthy diets. Stress management through techniques like meditation, deep breathing, or mindfulness reduces cortisol levels, protecting neurons from stress-induced damage and supporting emotional regulation. When these lifestyle factors are consistently combined with daily consumption of brain-supportive foods, their effects reinforce one another, creating a layered defense against cognitive decline. This holistic approach demonstrates that nutrition is not an isolated intervention, but part of an integrated system that promotes long-term brain health, optimizes mental performance, preserves memory function, and lowers the risk of developing neurodegenerative conditions later in life, emphasizing the importance of maintaining balanced, sustainable habits over time. The implications of brain-healthy foods on population health are profound because even modest dietary changes, when adopted widely, can significantly reduce the overall incidence of dementia and cognitive decline. Studies show that incorporating foods rich in antioxidants, omega-3 fatty acids, and polyphenol into daily diets lowers the risk of memory loss and age-related cognitive impairment, suggesting that preventive nutrition has the potential to impact millions of people globally. If populations consistently consume these brain-protective foods, healthcare systems could experience a substantial reduction in the economic and social burden associated with dementia care, including hospitalizations, long-term care, and caregiver stress. Public health initiatives that emphasize the importance of nutrient-rich diets could also reduce disparities in cognitive health, particularly in communities where access to fresh fruits, vegetables, and healthy fats is limited. Widespread adoption of these dietary practices would complement other preventive strategies, such as promoting physical activity, cognitive engagement, and sleep hygiene, creating a comprehensive approach to maintaining mental health across the lifespan. Furthermore, population-level improvements in cognitive function could enhance productivity, quality of life, and social engagement among older adults, delaying dependence on medical interventions and improving overall societal well-being. Preventive nutrition is cost-effective compared with the treatment of dementia after onset because it addresses underlying biological mechanisms before irreversible neuronal damage occurs. By focusing on accessible, everyday foods that support brain function, public health policies can encourage sustainable habits that are both practical and impactful, empowering individuals to take proactive steps toward cognitive resilience while creating long-term benefits for communities and healthcare systems worldwide. Translating research on brain-healthy foods into actionable advice is essential for ensuring that individuals can make practical choices that support long-term cognitive function. Consuming these foods consistently requires integrating them into daily meals in ways that are simple, enjoyable, and sustainable rather than relying on complicated diets or expensive supplements. For example, including a handful of berries with breakfast, adding leafy greens to lunch or dinner, snacking on a few nuts during the day, or incorporating fatty fish several times per week are straightforward strategies that provide the necessary nutrients without overwhelming the diet. Portion size and frequency matter more than occasional large servings because the protective effects of antioxidants, omega-3 fatty acids, and polyphenol accumulate gradually over time. Pairing these foods with complementary ingredients can also enhance their effectiveness, such as combining healthy fats with vegetables to improve nutrient absorption. Meal planning and preparation strategies, like keeping frozen vegetables and berries on hand, can reduce barriers to regular consumption and make it easier to maintain consistent habits. Individuals can also personalize their approach by focusing on foods they enjoy and can incorporate naturally into their lifestyle, increasing the likelihood of adherence over the long term. Additionally, understanding that these foods work best as part of a holistic approach, including physical activity, mental engagement, and stress management, helps set realistic expectations and emphasizes the importance of lifestyle synergy. By focusing on small, repeatable actions rather than drastic changes, people can steadily build cognitive resilience, reduce the risk of dementia, and create a foundation for long-term brain health. To conclude, the power of food to protect the brain is both remarkable and accessible. By incorporating nutrient-rich, brain-protective foods into daily life, we are not just nourishing our bodies, but actively strengthening our minds, reducing the risk of dementia, and promoting long-term cognitive resilience. Consistency, simplicity, and balance are key. And when these dietary choices are paired with movement, mental engagement, quality sleep, and stress management, the combined effect can profoundly impact both individual and population brain health. Every small, deliberate choice adds up over time, creating a foundation for sharper thinking, better memory, and a brighter, more independent future. I wish each of you the best as you take these insights from knowledge into action, making your daily meals a source of strength for both body and mind. Thank you for your attention, your curiosity, and your commitment to better health. May you enjoy the journey of nourishing your brain as much as you enjoy the food that fuels it.